Video games are addicting because they allow us to feel a sense of accomplishment. Like, yippee, yoo-hoo, we fucking got something done, we accomplished something. But at the end of the day, we didn't really accomplish anything in real life. Once you turn off the video game, you're back to your mundane life. Is that really fulfilling at the end of the day? Like, in the video game, you have a role, you have anything specific to you. You're the tank, you're the fucking guy that's just running in gung-ho, you know what I mean? And people depend on you, you're a reliable person. It's like a sense of responsibility. Because in a video game, you want to identify as a really important figure, you know, so you don't really have any sense of like identity in the real world, you know. When you're out here and you're like playing the game and doing your own thing, you know, you actually have a role, you feel accomplished once it's done, you know, you're like, yeah, we beat those guys, you know, yeah. But once all that's over, you have nothing else to do. And the thing is, the whole reason is because you lack purpose. But really, what the fuck does that mean? We all want to have a sense of achievement. We all want to have a sense of a role to fulfill, you know, even either it be a mechanic, either it be a CEO, you know what I mean? It might be anything. The same thing as a video game, you know? It's like the video game is like a substitute to this like innate desire that we all want as fucking primates, you know what I mean? To really be known and to be admired for one thing that you do, you know? So it's really to apply these like video game concepts to real life, because that's basically what it is. Back in the day, in the 1950s, way before that, you know what I mean? Before they even had guns, they used to have swords, knives, and shit like that. We always used to have blacksmiths. We used to have like the guy that stands at the post that keeps everybody safe. We had the soldiers, we had the archers, like everybody had a role. And that's what really gave them the purpose. So let me give you a little story about me. I'm playing games, I'm doing my thing, you know what I mean? I always have like my select group of friends that we always play games with, you know? It's like you play that role of, like you always serve a role in that friend group, you know? So once you leave that, you kind of feel like you're outside the tribe, you know? You kind of feel like you serve no role no more. You have to get to know people too. You can't just be in your own bubble. Because a lot of us are in our own bubble, you know what I mean? And we're always comfortable. And then that's what it'll give you. It'll give you that sense of comfort. And it'll like be like, yeah, man, you're that guy that plays games and does his own thing and does this and that, so don't worry about everything else, you know. Now that we understand the reason, we fucking have to go to the root of the problem before we even start fixing it, you know. Now that we understand the root of the problem, we can start to fix it little by little. If you don't like any fucking sports, then you can try one out, try out different things, you know, and treat it like a video game. Leveling up, you're still leveling up in real life. You're doing your own thing. You're actually moving forward, you know. Because if you're not doing that, then you're always gonna have this urge to go back to the tribe, to go back to the feeling of accomplishment, to go back to because you're fucking, as a man, you're always gonna be looking for that feeling, you know. You're always gonna be looking for that feeling of accomplishment. Like how do I move forward? How do I get this done? How do I like make myself an important role in the tribe? How do I become stronger? So if video games is that fucking answer to everything, then it's like you're always gonna go back to it. So it's like, really, if you want to stop going back to video games, you have to set a sense of purpose somewhere else, you know? So once you do that, it will be way easier. It will be way easier. You can even start fucking deleting games at that point. You can start doing your own thing, moving outside, logging, doing meditating, actually working on yourself, because all this is leveling you up as a person, going from level 1 to fucking level 50. Know that every sacrifice that you make is gonna have like a real goal at the end, you know?